In this, we are going to see about the structure of state government and local government. So, regarding the structure of state government, the government structure of the state, that is, the structure of the state government defined by the constitution, closely resembles that of the union. The executive branch is composed of a governor, like the president, a mostly nominal and ceremonial post, and a council of ministers led by the chief minister. All states have a Vidhan Sabha, a legislative assembly, popularly elected for a terms of up to 5 years, while a small number of states also have an upper house, the Vidhan Parishad Legislative Council, roughly comparable to the Rajya Sabha, with memberships that may not be more than one third the size of the assemblies. In these councils, one-sixth of the members are nominated by the governor, and the remainders are elected by various categories of people, especially qualified voters. Each Indian state is organized into number of districts, which are divided for certain administrative purposes into units, variously known as tahsils, taluks, or sub-divisions. These are further divided into community development blocks, each typically consisting of about 100 villages. Superimposed on this unit is a three-tiered system of local government. The state executive government of the structure of the state is divided into general structures, executive, judiciary, and legislature. In executive, the state executive comprises the governors and the chief minister with his council of ministers. The governor of each state is appointed by the president for a period of over 5 years. Executive power of the state is vested in the governor, but the actual powers for the proper functioning of the state are vested in the CM and his council of ministers. Next one is judiciary. The state high courts have jurisdiction over the whole state. In the states, the judicial setup is headed by the chief justice. He manages and controls the entire judicial system of the state pertaining to criminal, civil, and all other forms of litigations. State high courts have to, however, report to the Supreme Court of India, which may override the High Court's findings and judgment. Then third one is legislature. Each state has a legislative assembly. It consists of governor and one house or two houses, as the case may be. In 7 states, the state government's legislature is bicameral. The states are Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Uttar Pradesh. These states have two houses known as Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. So regarding the general structure of state government, it is mainly comprises of executive, judiciary, and legislature. In executive, the governor is the head, but executive power is vested in governor, but the actual powers for proper functioning of the state is vested in CM and his council of ministers. Regarding judiciary, each state have separate high courts. Even though they are head of the state, they have to report to Supreme Court. Then regarding legislature, it consists of the governor and one house or two houses, as the case may be. According to the state's condition, the houses may be one house or two houses. Some of the states have two houses. The states are Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. Now we have to see about the structure of local government. So coming to local government generally include two tiers. That is, one is counties, also known as boroughs in Alaska, and parishes in Louisiana, and municipalities or cities or towns. In some states, counties are divided into townships. Municipality can be structured in many ways as defined by the state constitution and are called variously townships, villages, boroughs, cities, or towns. Various kinds of districts also provide functions in local government outside the county or municipal boundaries, such as school district or fire protection district. Municipal governments, those defined as cities, towns, boroughs, villages, and townships, are generally organized around a population center and in most cases correspond to the geographical designation used by the United States Census Bureau for reporting of housing and population statistics. Types of local government. Local governments are generally organized into four types: counties, townships, special districts, and municipalities. Panchayat, Gram Sabha. So coming to counties, counties are usually the largest political subdivision and the primary function is to administer state laws within their borders. Among other duties, they keep peace, maintain jails, collect taxes, build and repair roads and bridges, and record deeds, marriages, and death. Townships. These units of the government do not exist in about half the states and they have different responsibilities in those that have them. A township may simply be another name for a town or a city, or it may be a subdivision of a county. So coming to special districts, these units of the government have special functions. The best known example is the local school district, but other types are growing in numbers, especially in heavily populated areas where county and city government may be overloaded with work. Municipalities. City, town, or borough governments get their authority to rule only as it is granted by the state. Today, about 80% of the American population lives in municipalities and municipal governments affect the lives of many citizens. Municipalities may have elected mayors or they may be managed by appointed city managers. So coming to Panchayat, a district means a district in the state. A Gram Sabha means a body consisting of persons registered in the electoral rolls relating to village comprised within the area of Panchayat at the village level. Intermediate level means a level between the village and the district levels. So it is a between level between village and district levels specified by the governor of the state by public notification to be the intermediate level for the purposes of this part. The panchayat means an institution of self-government constituted under Article 243B for the rural areas. Panchayat area means the territorial area of a panchayat. Population means the population as ascertained at last preceding census of which the relevant figures have been published. Village means a village specified by the governor by public notification to be a village for the purposes of this part and includes a group of villages so specified. Then coming to Gram Sabha, a Gram Sabha may exercise such powers and perform such functions at village level as the legislature of the state may by law provide. So constitution of Panchayat that shall be constituted in every state, Panchayat at villages, intermediate and the district levels in accordance with the provisions of this part, notwithstanding anything in the class. Panchayats at the intermediate level may not be constituted in state, having a population not exceeding 20 lakhs. Municipality. A committee means a committee constituted under Article 243. Yes, a district means a district in a state. A metropolitan area is the one in which the population is more than 10 lakhs. A metropolitan area means an area having a population 10 lakhs or more comprises in one or more districts and constituting of two or more municipalities or panchayat or other contiguous areas specified by the governor by public notification to be a metropolitan area for the purposes of this part. Municipal area means the territorial area of the municipality as it is notified by the governor. Municipality means an institution of self-government constituted under Article 243Q. Panchayat means a panchayat constituted under Article 243B. A population means the population as ascertained at the last preceding census of which the relevant figures have been published. So that's all about the structure of state government and local government. So regarding the structure of the state government, it mainly comprises of executive, judiciary and legislature. And regarding the structure of local government, it mainly comprises of counties, townships, special district, municipalities, panchayat, gram sabha, etc.